Hello, I'm Dewey.
And I'm Terry.
And we would like for you to join us as we lead you on a marriage adventure that reminds us all how to treat your spouse.
We will discuss ways to rekindle the fun and romance in your marriage while gaining some wisdom on what it takes to build a marriage that lasts. Welcome to our podcast, Treat Your Spouse.
So if this is the first time tuning in, I would encourage you to subscribe to the show so that you can hear all the other fun episodes that we're going to have coming in the next few weeks. Please comment and rate it so that we can hit a broader audience.
And if you're watching via YouTube, please like and subscribe and hit those bell notifications.
Our goal is to release a new episode every Thursday. So whether you prefer YouTube, whether you prefer podcasts, tune in, subscribe, hit those like notifications so that you will remember.
And in case you missed the episode 0, let's go over what this podcast is really all about.
So we're on a journey to strengthen our own marriage and hopefully help some others along the way. We're going to do this by taking turns treating our spouse to a date that we think they would like, and then reflecting on the ups and the downs of that particular date.
And here's the thing, we're committed to being honest and candid with each other, as well as all of you. And we hope to learn about each other and grow in our relationship along the way. And be sure to listen for the weekly challenges at the end of the episode. We would love to hear how it turned out for you and your spouse.
So it's my turn now. I got to treat my wife to a date. And I feel like these first few dates are going to be kind of easy, don't you think?
Yes.
Because, right now, I'm assuming that the goal going forward is to have something different to do every week. So right now, it's kind of easy because we know what each other likes a lot. But pretty soon, I think we're going to have to start getting creative.
Yes.
So now, Terry, I know you are big on quality time, and I know you love the outdoors. I know you love spending time together, and whereas she doesn't like movies like I do, she does like watching TV, but she loves hanging outdoors. So we live in Cleveland, Tennessee, which I think is fantastic. It's a small town. We live about 30 minutes north of Chattanooga, which is a nice big city. We live about 90 minutes south of Knoxville, which is a really big city. And then we live about 20 minutes west of the Ocoee, the Cherokee National Forest, and all this great outdoorsy type stuff. So it's a perfect little hub of a city with all this great stuff around. And I know Chattanooga has a lot of outdoor activities. So I decided we should do something a little different. We decided to go to Chattanooga. I'm going to take her out to dinner, and then we're going to ride bikes through this awesome little river park that we have. Now, we had plans for me to get off work early and hit the road by 5 o'clock. Well, life happened. Haley, our daughter, we got held. First, I guess I got held over for a few minutes at work, and then I got home, and our daughter needed to go over some things with us that was very important to her. And then as we were walking out the door, our son asked who was going to take him to work. And
this is true.
This is true. This didn't happen for like another 30 minutes away. So we smiled and said okay, and we honestly thought that the date would probably not happen, but it did. We gave our daughter some words of wisdom. We dropped our boy off about 10 minutes
Hobby Lobby.
early. Terry went to Hobby Lobby. Did you buy anything at Hobby Lobby?
I bought T-shirts to make teacher T-shirts.
Teacher T-shirts. That's a tongue.
T-shirts.
Teacher T-shirts.
Teacher
T-shirts. Okay. Challenge of the week. Say teacher T-shirts 10 times without stuttering. Okay, just ignore that. I'm sorry. But we were able to get hit the road, and we decided to start it off by going to Taco Mamacita. And if you haven't ate there, I would encourage you to give it a try. Do you like the restaurant?
I loved Taco Mamacita. I don't think that I even remembered it existed, but I loved it. It was so good when you told me that's where we were going, because I don't like surprises. So I really guessed what we were doing, but I also made you tell me. But I guessed.
She forced me to tell her exactly what we were doing.
But I guessed it.
But you did guess it.
Yeah.
When she's like, we're going to go ride bikes, aren't we, in Chattanooga downtown? Because she knew, again, this is easy starting out because we're going to do what we know each other likes. And she knew that I knew that she liked riding bikes in downtown Chattanooga.
Also, I've not been able to ride a bike all summer because my son and his friend took our bikes to the Greenway and busted the tire on my bike. So the tire was off, and then my other son ran it over with the car. The tire, not the bike.
Yes.
So I've had a bikeless summer, which is sad to me.
So you had fun at Taco and
I
Taco
did.
Mamacita is like a block away from the Coolidge Park, and Coolidge Park is where we went and ate the Taco Mamacita,
Yes.
and we were able to jump right off from there, rent the bicycles, and hit the road.
Well,
So
we stopped at Walgreens and got emergency chocolate
we did.
in case there was no place to get dessert.
And
Because
drinks.
I'm a dessert eater.
Yes.
I have to have dessert after I've eaten.
And I had planned
anything.
to take her because right beside Taco Mamacita is the Milk and Honey, but they were closed down. And,
It was curbside, though.
and then I thought you said you would rather
I
have
said I would rather have clumpies.
Clumpies, even though well, we won't go there. But I thought we chose the date for each other, and then I had to make changes because
Yeah,
she didn't. That's
'cause
why
I
I don't
was
like telling
controlling.
her. Right, I didn't want to tell her what we're doing because if she
So
don't like
just
it,
so even if we don't, we need to be honest, but don't be honest till after we've done it.
yeah,
is that
I
it?
have
Okay.
I have to treat you to what I think you're gonna do or you're gonna enjoy, and if you don't like it, say I would rather you have taken me to this place because you took
Okay.
me to Anchors last week, and I highly enjoyed it. Now I.
Would have rather had.
No, not necessarily rather have, but I feel better at a movie if I have an 8-count chicken nugget.
I
with
knew
me.
it. I even said it. I said Chick-fil-A. I said Chick-fil-A.
It just for some
And
reason
we
they
would
go
have been
together.
on time.
But that's
Wow.
okay. No.
I said Chick-fil-A. Haley said Acres. Okay.
Well, this is treat your spouse, not treat your father. So. Oh, I got to look for you non-YouTubers that
It's fine.
means I shouldn't have said that.
No,
Okay.
I mean, that's fine.
But so we went
I
to.
enjoyed the food.
She enjoyed the food. We went to the park. I even took the only napkin I have, and the seat was wet, and I
Oh, you
wiped it down.
did.
Apparently, we're not supposed to use the picnic tables because they had all the seats up against the table. But I said, to heck with that. We're gonna sit down and enjoy.
I
our
feel
picnic.
like the thing that we've really pushed out is that we break the law. Like we
we-
sneak food into
law or
theaters,
breaking rules. Okay,
and we sit at picnic tables you're not allowed to sit at.
we don't know. We wasn't allowed to.
Well, you just proclaimed that over the. Okay.
Now I'm feeling guilty.
It was very nice. Actually, the picnic table we sat at, the chairs were not up. If you'll remember, I said, "Oh, look, those chairs are already down."
There you go. Okay, now guilty conscience lifted. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
All right, so we did that, and then we ran over to the bicycles. We rented our bicycles and had a fun time. Although the first bicycle I rented,
I was gonna say we had a fun time, but your bicycle was messed up.
yeah, it wouldn't switch gears. So she's just zooming past me, and I'm going as fast as I can. My little legs are turning 90 miles an hour.
Which
and
I usually am zooming past you on a bike.
I don't know about all that. We'll have to have a
that's not
race
true.
there as well. So yeah, and then we got to go down Walnut Street Bridge, jumped off the bikes, took some nice pictures. We'll throw them up here for you YouTubers. And how was that? How was the bike ride, honey?
I loved the bike ride. I love riding bikes. I feel like that you got a little bit aggravated with me because you wanted to go a certain way that I didn't necessarily want to go, I guess.
Yeah, so I did feel that, I'm treating you to this and I'm going to take you on a trip. And then you said, no, I'm not going that way. And it was a little frustrating, but I'm like, okay,
Well, it
that's
was
fine.
on the sidewalk with lots of people and such.
And I thought my way would have been better, but she was pretty adamant that she's not going that way. So I said, okay, that's fine. We'll just go your way. And we went up to the Hunter Museum.
Yes, it was not. And you said bikes couldn't go there, but they could. Remember?
Oh yeah, you didn't have to bring that part up. I didn't think there was a bike path, but there was a little bike path that we went up.
Right. And then he kind of got annoyed with me again because I thought we were going to be robbed. I'm very paranoid. I'm an Enneagram 7, but I think I'm also a 6. I'm very 6-ish. And so I thought these people were going to rob us, but they didn't. They could have. Well, I turned around, so we don't know. We'll never know.
Yeah, they weren't going
If
to
they
rob
were
us.
gonna rob us.
She saw some people and said,
Yeah, but it looked very like sketchy. Like there was somebody on this side of the road, and it was almost like they were ready to ambush us.
yeah, one of them had their 3-year-old with them,
No.
in a stroller.
And Dewey thinks he could just nice talk people out of robbing. He'd be like, "Don't do it," and they would. So.
Yeah, right in the midst of all the people. But it's neither here nor there. We did have a good time.
We had a good time.
Although going back from the bridge, I think I got a little bit ahead of my wife.
Yes.
And she got very frustrated with me for leaving her.
Because my bike, for some reason, not until the very end, when I would use the brakes, it would squeak so, like people around me were like, "What in the world?" Like looking at me.
It was ear piercing,
yes.
screeching.
And so then we're going down this hill, and he just leaves me. Actually, a bystander said, "Well, he just left you, didn't he?"
We were just coasting down the bridge at the end of the Walnut Street Bridge.
But I
turned around and I thought, oh no, I've left her. And I've done this before. I have done this before and thought, oh crap, I can't do this again. So I made sure and went back. I stopped, waited till
When did you do it before? Like years ago or something?
Running. This was on a 5K that we did
oh, wow.
But you encouraged me to go.
That you left. Yes, he left me on a 5K. And then it rained, and I cried, and the person in the very back was like, "Are you sure you don't want to just quit? Give up? Come on, please, God, get in the car. I can't drive any slower than."
But after you encouraged me to go and win that race, which I came in third, I finished the race, and I turned around and I ran back. And I finished the race with you.
And that's why we're still here doing a podcast together.
Yes, had I not done that, maybe I should change my weekly wisdom to do not leave your wife. And if you do, turn around and go back with her.
Go back for her, yes.
Back for her.
That's a good one. Go back for her. Maybe she's not caught. Maybe she's not to the place of running where you are.
Right.
Maybe she'd only been running for a little while. But you've been running marathons and things. And she just wanted to do something with you. But you left her in the dust.
After she encouraged you to do so. But then I went back for her, so it's all good. With that said, anything else on the bikes?
I loved the bikes. I think it's going to be hard to top it. It'll be hard to top it. I had everything was perfect. The food was perfect. There was no birds that flew at us. Were there?
For those who do not know my wife, she is deathly afraid of small winged creatures with beaks. Birds.
And large ones.
Yeah. Any kind of, the smaller the scarier though.
Yes.
Makes no sense.
Pigeons are not the smallest.
Pigeons are small though.
Well.
It's not like eagles.
There were
she could pet an eagle, but.
I don't know that I could pet an eagle. There were no birds. The picnic was great. The bike ride was awesome. I felt like I was burning calories and having a good time. And then I'm not a snow cone person. I'm an ice cream person, and Dewey is very much a snow cone person.
So at the very end,
finish that.
I was just asking the bike ride.
Yeah, the bike ride was awesome.
Found a little snow cone shop, and that actually closed at 9 o'clock, and we got there at 8:59, and the cashier owner / worker was super nice to us.
We didn't have our kids with us, so we each picked 2 flavors. Like we each got 2 snow cones. Like
we got the little baby ones, and
we got to like experiment
flavors.
with 2 different flavors. Yes,
it was awesome, and they were good. A little too fluffy for me.
I liked them. I don't like a lot of juice.
Just kind of melted in your mouth completely. Didn't have no bite to them, no crunch. But that's okay. We were the last customers in line, and so much so that she asked me to tell the customers behind me that she was closed, so that was a little awkward. But then we went and sat next to the Tennessee River. We got to listen to a guy sing Journey off the bridge. He was just an old man hanging off the side of the bridge.
I think he was singing with some people, right?
Girl,
it wasn't karaoke or anything.
No, he played the best of Journey, and he would sing along with it. But he was much louder than the tape, and I quite enjoyed it. I thought
we also got to listen. It was very sweet. We got to listen to a guy sing out loud with his headphones in while he rode by us on bikes, which was not as sweet.
Yeah.
It was actually weird.
All right. But that was fun. We closed out the date like that. So that was it. So we committed to be upfront and honest about these. So what did you really think? You just told us kind of. It was awesome.
I loved it. I think there was a lot of thought in it. It's going to be hard to top. Yeah, I didn't get Clumpy's ice cream, but I didn't want it. Like, I could have got it, but I was like thirsty after the bike. So
awesome.
It's great.
All right. Well, that's the date. So, weekly wisdom. So, as far as what I learned from the date, if you have kids, you should always be flexible. Expect the unexpected. Whereas they should not come before your spouse. We are all in different seasons in our lives. And if you're in the child rearing season, there are some personal things that you may have to put on the back burner until you are in the next season of your life to be able to do more of those fun things, getting closer to that season ourselves. And sometimes it just may be giving up some time. But of course, we know that you make time for what's important, so be flexible and be ready to readjust and never forget to treat your spouse.
So wise, honey. If you like what you're hearing, please go wherever you're listening to this episode and review it and leave a comment. Tell us what you think about the episode, what you like about it, what you would like to see in the future. And your weekly challenge for this week is for you and your spouse to do something together outside, whatever you enjoy.
So if you want more ideas or have more ideas or just want to commit with other couples on the same journey as us, striving to be a better husband, wife, father, mother, please join our Facebook group, Treat Your Spouse. Follow us on Instagram, shoot us a DM.
And if you want to strengthen your marriage,
stop treating yourself and treat your spouse. But the credits are rolling and we're just talking.
Yeah, that's way shorter. How long was it?
16. It's 17 minutes.
Oh,